Good evening to all of you. Welcome to our class. The last time we met, we were discussing on appraisal. If I remember, it was more towards the investment appraisal. It was on investment appraisal. Okay, so division. Okay. We discussed off with investment or capital investment appraisal. So investment appraisal. Okay. Sometimes you can have a case where the company would want to, since this is a capital investment decision you're making, it's a long-term investment decision you're making, then you may want to consider if the capital investment or this capital project you're making has all referred to as other options attached to it. Okay, the more options that are attached to an investment, the more valuable that particular investment will be. Okay, and one of the options is referred to as the abandonment option. Okay, the abandonment option. Okay, it grants you as the investor the chance that if maybe in between the life of this investment, okay, it becomes it's not valuable. Okay, then you have the option of either disposing of, selling off to someone else, okay, or maybe at all just close down the particular project. Okay, so does the investment you want to make has this abandonment option? Okay, the option upon which you can decide that I want to dispose of this investment. Okay, I want before its life come to an end. Okay, if the life of the investment is 10 years, okay, and now it's 4 years later after you made this choice. Okay, can you dispose it of? Okay, can you decide to move on to another project? Okay, you leave this particular project. Is it possible to do this to do that in the investment? Okay, not all investment have that option. Okay, there are some that you must stick them and you must stick to them. Okay, until their life has come to an end. Okay, there are some that maybe the initial cost was too much. Okay, therefore you can't even think of abandoning the project in between its life. Okay, so a project having the abandonment option, okay, it's a value add. Okay, the more option an investment has, okay, the more valuable it is. Okay, if you compare, for example, two investment, okay, one with options, okay, the one with option is it has higher value, okay, than the one without option. Okay, so the more option available, the better off. Okay, and one of the option is they are referred to as the abandonment option. You maybe have the case of expansion option. Okay, that in case maybe the project becomes very good. Okay, you may decide then you expand along the way. Okay, so you have got the case of the expansion event. Okay, the expansion option, you may want to expand. Okay, okay, this is another option that you may have as a company. Okay, as I mentioned, the more option you have, the more valuable the investment is. Okay, now in the mock, if I remember, okay, there was a question that was asking you to do analysis, okay, of a project that has the abandonment option. Okay, to do analysis for a project that do have the option of abandonment. Okay, so let me refer to the mock. Okay, actually it was now question C. Okay, question 1 part C, explain the term abandonment as used in capital budget decision. I think I've just explained, and now here you'll be given some project. Okay, so go through it, then we discuss together. Question 1 part C, Roman 2, or the mock that we did together. Okay, so go through it, we attempt together. Okay, in this question, we have this investment, okay, where the company have the option of either they can abandon this investment at the end of year 1, at the end of year 2, at the end of year 3, and at the end of year 4. So you mean to carry on analysis, okay, and you advise the company, okay, when should they abandon this investment? Should they maybe just invest in year 0, then have the investment for running for 1 year, then sell it off, okay? Then abandon or sell or dispose of, okay, this investment to the end of the first year or second year or third year or fourth year. Okay, so you mean to carry on analysis, okay, because in this case, therefore, we are going to determine the NPV. Okay, if you use for 1 year, what's the NPV? If you use for 2 years, what's the NPV? If you use for 3 years and for 4 years, what is the NPV? Okay, so let's do the analysis. Okay. Let's begin with, therefore, with a scenario where we're going to use this investment for only 1 year. Okay, then at the end of the first year, we dispose of the investment. Okay, so let's do this analysis. Okay, so let's begin the first case, therefore. So this is a mock question. Okay, so there's the question mock question 1, Part C, Roman 2. Okay. Now let's begin the first case. Okay, we use for 1 year. Okay, let me just call this is 1 year abandonment. So here we have you're going to buy or you're going to invest in year 0, use for 1 year, dispose of. Okay, so this is year 0. Okay, this year 1. So therefore, in year 0, you buy the investment, you pay for the investment, the initial cost. Therefore, this is the initial cost. The initial cost of this investment was how much? How much do we pay to acquire this investment? We pay 16 million. As you can see, we pay 16 million. Then in case you use for 1 year, you're going to get a cash inflow of 8 million. Then in case you do opt to abandon, okay, at the end of the first year, the value of the investment by the end of the year is going to be equal to, or the selling price maybe, okay, it will be 12 million, okay. Therefore, you pay 16 million, okay, so year 0, 16 million, okay. There's a cash outflow of 16 million, okay. Let me have my figures in thousands. So cash outflow, 16 million, okay. Then I can have here the cash inflow, okay. So the cash flow, you'll be earning in year 1. You'll be told that you're going to be earning 8 million, okay. So 8 million. Then in case there's a cash inflow, not outflow, so both. Then you're going to use for 1 year. Then at the end of the first year, sell off the investment and get a new one, okay. Therefore, the abandoned value, the abandonment value, okay, which is equal to 12 million, which is equal to 12 million, okay, and that is it. Don't forget this is 1 year only, okay, this is 1 year only, okay, and that kind of for our net cash flows here, okay, so net cash flow, okay, year 0, and you have year 1, 16 million, cash outflow, year 2, total is 20 million, okay, cash inflow. Then of course we get the present value, we get the NPV, okay, present value interest factor, okay. The cost of capital for this company is equal to how much? The cost of capital is 10%, okay, is equal to 10%, okay, 10% present value, and now we get the sum of present value give us the NPV. Why? Because year 0 is among one of those cash we have there, okay, so therefore sum of present value give us the NPV, okay, this one 0.9091, okay, 16 million cash outflow, and if we get 181, if I from one too wrong, okay, 182 here, okay, 182, okay, so cash inflow, not outflow, sorry, cash inflow, and the sum give therefore what to be the NPV of the investment. What's the NPV of the investment? The sum of cash flows. I'm not sure about the figure here, so confirm from the calculation. Confirm whether this is 18182.
Excuse me, I have a question.
Yes.
Repeat on the abandonment value.
Mm-hmm.
How did you get the 12?
Oh, it's presented given here. Let me just go back to the question. Okay. Now here it is. Okay. You'll be told that in case the company was to dispose of the investment at the end of year 1. Okay. Or we can see the figures on my. You'll be told that in case you're going to use this investment for only 1 year, then you're going to pay 60 million in year 0. You're going to earn 8 million in year 1. Then if you have to sell off the investment at the end of year 1, you're going to be getting 12 million here. So this is where the value is from.
Okay.
It's clear.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So the value for abandonment is going to be it's given in this particular case. The example is given. It's saying that in case, for example, you have to sell off this investment end of year 1, the amount of money going to be saved from the disposal of that investment should be 12 million. Okay. Okay. What's NPV? First of all, is this figure correct? Okay, there it is. So what's NPV? What's NPV? 2 million, I think it should be 2 million something. The NPV is 2,182,000. Okay, positive. Okay, that again for what is going to be the value the company shall be receiving from the investment into this term, in case they decide to use this investment for only 1 year. Okay, they use for only 1 year. Okay, that's clear. Any question? Okay. Now, what if now we decide, let's use this investment for an extra 1 year, okay? We don't dispose of the investment at the end of year 1, but we decide to use this investment for 2 years, okay? 2-year abandonment value, okay? 2-year abandonment, okay? So let's use for 2 years, okay? That was for 1 year. Let's do for 2 years, okay? So let me just have here 2-year abandonment value, okay? So this was 1 year. Let me just put here 2 years, okay? So we can have here, okay, year 0, year 1, year 2. So the 2 years, okay. The figures are still in thousands, okay. So year 0, of course, you pay the same amount of money. You pay 16,000, the initial investment cost, cash outflow. Year 1, okay, you earn the same, okay. You earn 8,000 as we had before. Cash inflow, okay, we get 8,000 cash inflow, okay. Then year 2. Let me go back, because you're going to use this investment for 2 years, okay? You're going to use for 2 years, not 1 year now, but for 2 years, okay? Now, how much value do we get for 2 years? Let's check back to the question. Now, in case you decide to use this investment for 2 years, year 1, you earn 8 million, year 2, you earn 6 million. That's where the figure is from, okay? And now, in case you decide to dispose of the investment at the end of year 2, don't forget, if it's a machine, for example, okay? Its value is decreasing over time. As you can see, therefore, it is decreasing from 12 million, okay, all the way to 8 million, okay. The value has decreased from 12 million to 8 million, okay. Therefore, the abandoned value, okay, is not going to be increasing. It shall be decreasing, okay, unless quite rare is it going to be increasing, okay. It will be decreasing, okay, because this machine now you use the machine for 2 years. It's 2 years older, okay, than it was when you bought it, definitely, okay. Therefore, the value is decreasing, okay. Therefore, year 2, the cash inflow you're going to be receiving is 6 million, okay. So 6 million, and the value for abandonment is 8 million, okay. So 6 million and 8 million, okay. So here, the cash inflow for year 2 is 6 million cash inflow. Then the value for abandonment, okay, here we have is 8 million, okay, is 8 million. Therefore, total cash flow you're going to get in year 0 is negative 6 million. Year 1, we only get 8 million, the cash inflow for year 1. Then for year 2, we get 14 million, the sum of the cash flow, the 6 million cash inflow for year 2, and the value of the disposal value, okay, the abandonment value of 8 million. Then of course we get the present value, okay. Year 0, factor is 1, 0.9091, okay, 0.8264, okay. Then get the present value, and the sum gives us therefore the NPV. Then what comes to the NPV? If you have to use for 2 years, let me just call NPV2, okay, if you have to use 2 years. What's the NPV value? Okay, so we get an NPV value of 2,842,400. Confirm that figure. 2,842,400. Okay, yes, to get 2,842,400, and therefore the NPV of the company, the value the company shall be creating to their shareholders, okay, if they were to dispose of this investment at the end of year 2. Now, what if they use for 3 years? Okay, what if they use this investment for 3 years? They buy it in year 0, use it in year 1, use it in year 2, and how this investment you dispose of until you use the machine and machine, for example, okay, until the end of the 3rd year, okay. What will be the value, okay? Therefore, proceeded, okay. We do a 3 year, okay. So this is 3 year, okay. 3 years, just call abandonment option, okay. Abandonment option. Therefore, year 0, you buy the machine, you use it in year 1, use it in year 2, use it in year 3, okay. There are 3 years, okay. Therefore, of course, in year 0, what do? You pay for it, you pay for the machine, okay, and you pay 16 million, okay. You pay 16 million. Cash outflow, you pay 16 million in year 0. Then in year 1, you get a cash inflow, okay, of course of 8 million, remain the same, you get 8 million, cash inflow. Year 2, you get 6 million. In year 3, let me go back to the question. You see the cash flow to be received in year 3. In year 3, you do get a cash inflow of 5 million. Okay, you get a cash inflow of 5 million, and the value of the investment at the end of year 3 is now 6 million. Okay, as you can see, the value is decreasing. I think I didn't mention that concept. Okay, the value of the project is decreasing because it's becoming older and older as time goes by. Okay, therefore, in case you use for 3 years, then you get a cash inflow 5 year and 6 million. So 5 million and 6 million. So 5 million. Okay, there's a cash inflow you're going to get in year 3. Then of course you dispose of the machine at the end of year 3, and the value of the sales proceed you'll be receiving from the disposal of the machine then will be 6 million. Okay, the sum total of cash inflow. Okay, year 0, 16 million. Year 1, 8 million. 6 million, and we have million. Okay, and again that's with the cash flows to be received in case you're going to use for 3 years. Okay, there's of course the factor is 1. Okay, and the factor is 0.9091, 0.8264, 0.7513. Not sure about those factors, and we confirm for the tables. Okay, we count for the present values. Okay, the sum of present values was given there for the NPV. Okay, was NPV therefore in case you use for 3 years, so we call NPV 3. Okay, we get an NPV of 4 million, 495,500. Okay, that in case the company was to use this machine for 3 years, okay, that is going to be the amount of value to be created to the shareholders of 4.5 million more or less. Okay, 4.5 million more or less. Okay, that's the NPV. Now, don't forget, we also have 4 years. Okay, so I think now let me just you've done year 1, year 2, year 3, and let's do 4 years. Okay, the 4 year value. Okay. So let's use, what if we are to use for 4 years, okay? So 4 years, okay? Abandonment option, abandonment, okay, option. Cost in year 1 or year 0, of course, you buy the machine, so initial cost. Okay, year 0, year 1, year 2, year 3, okay, and year 4. Okay, so initial cost is how much? Was initial cost was 16 million. Okay, initial cost is 16 million. Cash outflow, then the cash be earned, cash inflow. So the amount we earned, okay, year 1 is 8 million cash inflow. Year 2, 6 million. Year 3, you got what? 5 million. Year 3, 5 million. Year 4, let's go back to the question. We see how much cash you're going to earn in year 4, and you earn 4 million. Okay, you earn 4 million. However, by the end of year 4, you can see the value is 0. The project has lost its entire value, so it has 0 value. So you get nothing if you're going to use it until year 4. You get nothing. So, however, you get a cash inflow of 4 million in year 4. So cash inflow for year 4, 4 million. Okay, so here 4 million. Okay. Okay, these figures are in thousands. Okay, therefore we discount the back year 0. So present value interest factor. Okay, we discount 10%. Because this one 0.9091, 0.8264, 0.7513, 0.68, and I'm not sure what the figures here. So we discount back to year 0. So we get the present value, and the sum of those cash flows will give us the NPV of the investment if you have to use 4 years. Okay. Therefore, what's the NPV in case you have to use for 4 years? We get 2,707,700. Confirm. Confirm that NPV. $2 million, into another figure, 2,719,700. Okay, so more or less. Okay, so you get 2 million. I guess most of you got 2,719,700. Okay. Now, so therefore, the question is, okay, therefore, should or what will therefore be the optimal, okay, what is going to be the optimal time the company should therefore dispose of this investment, okay, what's the optimal time, okay, because don't forget the shareholders are where the maximizers, okay, the shareholders are where the maximizers, so they're going to take the option that is going to maximizing their value, okay. If they dispose the machine at the end of year one, okay, there's the NPV they'll be receiving, okay, of 2.2 million. If they decide to dispose of the machine at the end of year two, there's the NPV. If they decide to use the machine for 3 years, there's the NPV, okay? And in case they use for 4 years, okay, there's kind of for the NPV. Which one is better therefore, okay? Of course, you need to advise there for the company, okay? Of course, definitely, therefore, it seems to be better for the company to use this machine for 3 years, dispose of this machine at the end of that year. Why? Because they abandoned, okay? If the company was to abandon this investment at the end of that year, then that's when they are able to maximize the NPV, okay? That's when the maximum NPV is achieved of 4,495,500. Therefore, this company therefore should use this machine for only 3 years. At the end of that year, they dispose of this investment. Okay, don't go to year 4 because the value is actually decreasing. Okay, you get a lot of value. Then therefore, use only for 3 years. Therefore, dispose of. You need to abandon this investment at the end of the third year. Why? That's when the highest NPV is achieved. That's when the shareholder are able to maximize their value. Okay, and that one's in case of the project that has an abandonment option. Question. Don't forget, you need to write down the advice, okay? You need to write down the advice, okay? Not just analysis, but also you need to write down the advice. The company should use this machine or should abandon this investment at the end of that year. Why? Because that's when the highest NPV is achieved, okay? We need to advise this business. Question? Okay, I think that was quite clear. Okay. Now the next option, this is an option. Okay. But the next decision when it comes to investment, you may want to consider is on the case of capital rationing. Okay, the case of capital rationing. Okay, so that's really be the next thing that we discuss here. Okay, how do we appraise investment in the case of capital rationing? Okay, capital rationing situation. Okay, the case of capital rationing situation. Okay, now in the case of capital rationing, don't forget we say that the capital rationing it's going to be it is going to be in 2 ways. Okay, more is called the hard capital rationing. There are 2 types of capital rationing. I would refer to the hard capital rationing, and here we call the soft capital rationing. Okay, the hard capital rationing and the soft capital rationing. What's the difference? Capital rationing is a scenario where the company does not have enough money. You don't have enough funds, okay, to invest in all the value-added investment, okay. You don't have enough money, okay, to invest in all the value-added investment, okay. You don't want to take out all the investment. However, you don't have enough money. So therefore, what do? You have to apportion. You have to consider how will I distribute these funds I have? How will I distribute this resource that is limited, okay, in terms of funds, okay, among these competing projects, okay. Now, in case the restriction or in case the funds limitation, in case the funds limitation is caused by external factors, okay, it is not within your control as the management, okay, as the owner of the business, okay, it is caused by external factors. They are forces beyond your control, okay, that deems you not to be a good investment, that deems you that is not a good company to put their money in, okay, then we refer to that situation as the hard capital rationing situation, Okay, it means therefore it's a restriction. Okay, has been imposed by external factors. Okay, it is not within your control, as we're saying. Okay, in the case of the soft capital rationing, okay, I think we did mention it will occur where the restrictions of the funds limitation is caused by, or it is the management themselves, okay, that put a budget constraint, okay. It is the management that put the budget constraint. They say that the only amount of money you're going to invest in capital projects is 10 million, okay. The company has the money, but they want to limit, okay, or the company want to limit the funds available for capital in projects, okay. So the restrictions or the limitation has been posed within, it is because it is the management models, okay. It is internal, okay. The restriction is within the control of the management, okay. They call the soft capital rationing situation, okay. Instead, in case we are in capital rationing situation, then how do we invest the money, okay? The first thing you have to consider, okay, the first thing you have to consider is, are the projects, are they divisible, okay, or are they indivisible? Okay, consider how they would call the project divisibility. Consider what do you mean by project divisibility, okay? Are they divisible, okay? If they are divisible, okay, if they're divisible projects, then we said they're going to be using the use of the index method, okay, the profitability index method, the profitability index method, okay. If they are indivisible or non-divisible, okay, if they're non-divisible, then you're going to use, okay, the use of the trial and error method, the use of trial and error method, okay, the use of trial and error method, okay. And this index, how do we get the index? Okay, the index is simply telling us, okay, that for every dollar of initial investment, okay, for every shilling, okay, that the company is going to put into this investment, okay, how much cash flows in present value term does that dollar yield, okay, that will be the index, okay, that for every dollar of initial investment the company puts down, the company invests in this project, okay, how much cash flow is it able to bring back, okay, in present value terms, okay, therefore it's given us present value of cash flows, okay, for over the entire life of the project. We divide by the initial cost, okay, we divide by the initial cost, okay, and that gives us therefore the index, okay, and by default, okay, the higher the index, the project that has higher index, okay, should be the one that you invest your money first, okay, because they do bring you more cash, okay, they do bring you more cash in present value terms, okay. The one with the lowest PI, okay, the one with the lowest index, therefore you invest the last, okay, in case there'll be any money, okay. In the case of the use of the trial and error method, we're simply trying to look for combination. Okay, look for the best possible combination that gives the highest possible NPV. Okay, look for combination that gives the highest possible NPV. Okay, of course, constrain yourself to what the available funds. Okay, so you're going to be mixing. Okay, is trying to see. Okay, what is the best possible combination? Okay, that I can use. Okay, simply as I mentioned, in the use of trial and error, the use of the trial and error. Okay, method. Okay, trying to see, okay, how can I combine these projects, okay, and among of these possible combination, which one gives me the highest possible sum of the NPV, okay, and that's kind of for the optimal choice of investment you ought to take as a company, okay. Of course, in most cases, okay, you're going to be tested more towards the case of projects that are divisible, okay, okay. I'm not sure I have a question, okay, that you can use to assess that bit. Okay, but I don't know if I have a question, but in case you have a question, you can let me know. Okay. Case of projects that are divisible. Question? Okay, seems to be no question. Okay. And because if there's no question, then I guess we can proceed to the next topic if there's no question. Maybe to close down. I don't know whether there's a question that can ask us to get the payback period, return on capital employed, the IRR, the NPV. I'm not sure if there's a question, because in case we can get a question, then that would be very good. A question that asks us to get all those formulas to close down the topic, because there'll be a question by the examiner on this particular topic, okay? So it's good that you prepare yourself mentally. And of course, you do need to get to complete all these different methods. Okay. I'm not sure there's a question. Okay, give me a minute. I think I can get a question. I shared with you that a question that asks us to get all those four methods. Okay, the ARR, the payback, the NPV, and the IRR. So give me a minute. I look for a question that can help us to close down the topic. Okay, I'll send a question to the WhatsApp group. Okay. Download it, okay, and we check it out, okay. I think you can time that question, okay. So check on the WhatsApp group, okay. Take 1 minute to go through that question, okay. It's a good question because it has, I think, all the four methods, okay? The NPV, the ARR, return on capital employed, as well as on the discounted payback period, okay. So take 2 minutes to go through the question, then we attempt it, and we close down that topic. Okay. Okay, I'll suppose that you've gone through the question. Okay, I thought this is a good question for us to close off, okay, because it has a case of an increase in price of commodities, which in this case is being referred to as the inflation, because inflation is simply the increase of price of commodity in an economy, okay, as well as we have, okay, the four methods more or less being tested, okay, so it makes, I think, a good question to close off, okay, the topic. Okay, so you need to get the NPV, IRR, return on capital employed, as well as the discounted payback period. Okay, of course, we do need to get what should be the selling price, what again we see the revenue to be earned, what is given the variable cost to be incurred, and what will be the fixed cost that will also be incurred along the way. Okay, so let's start down the first working. Okay, our first working. Try to get the revenue. Okay, for each of those 4 years. Okay, trying to get the variable cost for each of those years, as well as trying to get the fixed cost for each of those years. Okay, so I think that can be there for our beginning point. Okay, point to begin. Okay, so therefore, we can begin here by getting the selling price. Don't forget the selling price in this example, for example, you'll be told that they are in what referred to as the current price term. Okay, they are in current price term. What does it mean? It means these figures are at year zero. Okay, would imply therefore the selling price. Okay, we have of $20. This selling price of $20. Okay, is today. Okay, but what is going to be the price in 1 year from now? It is going to be 3% more because you saw that the inflation is 3% per year. Okay. The price after that is going to be 3% more. The price after that, 3% more of until the end of year 4, okay, or until the end of year 4. Okay, so let's attempt to do that question. Okay, we are doing it quickly here. Okay, okay, so we can begin the first working is to get so this is an example. Okay, let's call this just an example. Okay, so here we can get what will be the selling price. Okay, for each of the year, year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4. Okay, we can assume the figures to be in 2 decimal places. Okay, let's have the figures in 2 decimal places. Okay, therefore the price, we told that it will be 20. The price today in year 0 is $20. It will be increasing by 30% per year. Okay, so here $20. Okay, so therefore year 1 year later, the price will be $20. Okay, 3% more. Okay, 1.3% or 1.03. The price in year 2 will be $20. 2 years later, okay, don't forget the price has increased by 2 years now by 2-year inflation, okay, squared. Okay, price in year 3 because will be 20. Okay, will be 20 times 1.03. Sorry.
Excuse.
Yes, yes.
Could you scroll up a little bit where we had the NPVs?
We had the NPVs here.
Yeah, the calculation.
Oh, okay. Okay, for which year or for all of them?
No, it just needed this last one. Okay.
Okay.
You can just go back.
Okay. Okay, so therefore that's gonna for the selling price, then the selling price for year 4. Now this is 4 years later, so therefore it will be 20, okay, times 1.03, okay, to the power of 4, okay. Therefore, let's get the price in 2 decimal places, okay. Therefore, you get how much? 20.6. You get 20.60. Here you get 21 point. Okay, so get the price for the 4 years. We get 20, 21, 22. Okay, we get 20, what? Yeah, the year 3. Get 21.85, get 21.85, and you get 22.51, okay. Therefore, those are the prices that we expect to be there in case there is price increase, okay, in case there is price increase, okay. Then variable cost, of course, you're doing custom cost in order to earn that money. Variable cost incurred, EBIT. So let's go back to the question. Variable cost, okay, variable cost incurred will be how much? $8. Okay, the variable cost incurred is $8, okay, per year. With an inflation, don't forget variable cost is part of the operating cost. Okay, therefore it is increasing by 4% per year. Don't forget the variable cost is part of the operating cost. If anything, there's a mention here, but just in case. Okay, so they do increase by 4% per year. They increase by 4% per year. So therefore, it is $8. Okay, therefore it is equal to $8, but increasing by 4%, 1.04. This year 1 year later, 2 years later, it will be 8 times 1.04. Okay, squared 8 times 1.04 to the power of 3. Okay, 8 times 1.04 to the power of 4. Okay, and this gives us 8.32. 2 years later, get 8.65, 8.65, and 8.9, year 3. Exactly 9, okay, exactly 9, okay, so exactly 9, okay, and year 4, 9.36, 9.36, so therefore the variable cost being incurred for each of the year. Of course, the selling price minus variable cost give us a contribution, okay, therefore here you have contribution per unit, okay, contribution per unit. Of course, therefore, it will be 20.6, okay, minus 8.2, okay, simply selling price minus variable cost, okay. Therefore, what's the contribution per unit in year 1? To be equal 12.28, 12.28. Year 2, 21.22 minus 8.65, 12.57, okay. Year 3, 21.85 minus 9, get 13, 12.85, 12.85, okay. And year 4, get 13.15, 13.15, okay. Like the contribution per unit, total contribution, okay, because simply it will be the contribution per unit multiplied by the units of sales, okay. So here, total contribution, therefore simply the contribution per unit, okay, multiplied by the units of sales. Therefore here we multiply by the unit of sales for year 1, year 1, 60, 70, 120, 45. Okay, year 1 is 60, 70, 120, and 45. Okay, so let me go back. Okay, multiply by 60,000, multiply by 70,000, multiply by 120,000, the unit of sale, and multiply by 45,000, the units of sale. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. Get how much? 1 million. Okay, so year 1, okay, not even 1 million. Okay, it's 7, 36, 800, year 1, year 2, 7, year 2, 8, year 2 is 879, 900, year 3, 1 million, $1,542,200, 542, just 542. Okay, 542, 542,000, and finally year 4, 591, 750. Okay, therefore, what will be the contribution the company shall be earning from the units they're selling? Okay, from year 1 all the way to year 4, from year 1 all the way to year 4. But also, don't forget, they also do incur fixed cost. Okay, the next bracket therefore is on fixed cost. Okay, is on fixed cost. And so that the fixed cost per year, as at year 0, okay, is 120,000. Okay, let me just highlight it. Okay, the fixed cost as at year 0 is equal to, okay, the fixed cost as per year 0 is 170,000. Okay, as per year 0. They told that every year they increase by 4%. Therefore, by the end of year 1, the fixed cost will be 4% more. Okay, therefore, 170,000 times 1.04. Okay, therefore 120,000. Okay, 1.04. That is year 1. Year 2 will be 120,000 times 1.04. Okay, 2 years later. Year 3. Okay, it will be 120,000 times 1.03 to the power of 3. Sorry, this is 4%. It's 4% inflation. And year 4 was 20,000 and times 1.04 to the power of 4, 4 years later. Okay, this gives how much? $180. Or 186, I don't know. 176, 800, 176, 800, 176, 800. Okay, that is year 1, year 2. 180, 183, 872. Okay, year 3, sorry, 190, 191, 227, and finally year 4, 200, 198. Okay, so we get 198, 198, not 200, but 198, 198, 876. Okay, that gives us therefore what is be therefore the fixed cost the company shall be incurring for each of the year for the next 4 years. Okay, now having done that, anything else we need to work on? We'll be told that there is no taxation, or that we do ignore taxation. So into that ignore taxation. Okay, that means therefore there is no need for us to do working capital. So ignore taxation, no need for us to do working capital. What else? No terminal value. Okay, so therefore there's no scrap value. And that is it. Okay. Okay. Then fair enough. I guess now we can therefore compute what to be the NPV, the IRR, as well as okay, payback and the return on capital employed. So ignore taxation, no terminal value, and that is it. Okay. So therefore, I think now I can just present. Sorry. So therefore we have working. Therefore I think it's just for us to present. Therefore, let me just call it solution. Okay, so we have here Z. We don't just have year one. Can have just have year one, year two, year three.
Excuse me.
Yes, yes.
I have a question. Why are we increasing fixed costs?
Why we increase the fixed costs? Okay, let me give an example. If, for example, say landlord. Okay, this is an example of the rent you pay. Okay, is an example of fixed costs. Okay, the rent you pay. However, if the landlord normally increase the rent by 10% per year, do you pay more?
Sorry?
If, for example, you have the case of rent, okay, rent is an example of fixed cost, okay, and the landlord has an escalation clause. They say that every year I'll be increasing the rent by 5,000. Now, do you pay the extra 5,000?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course you do pay. That's why you do. You're increasing it by this. That's why the fixed cost is increasing. Okay, it's a fixed cost. However, it is increasing. Okay, it is increasing by 4% per year. And I hope that example was clear to you.
So if you're told the cost will increase, you'll just automatically assume also fixed cost will increase.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. It's only that in this example, they told us. Okay, let me just go to back to the question. They told us that the company fixed the cost of operation. Let me just direct this. Okay, that the operating cost inflation is 4%, and the fixed cost is part of the operating cost. Okay, not all costs do increase. Not all of them. Okay, so you have to consider. Okay, in the question given, are they increasing? Okay, not all of them do increase. Some increase, others don't increase. Okay. But for this case, okay, it is increasing. It is part of the operating cost. Clear?
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, let's give therefore what to be the work cost. So if I think that just now reflect our solution here. So we can have here contribution. So we can have here contribution that will be earning. Okay. So let me just have them in thousands. Okay, in thousands of dollars. Okay, contribution year one we got 706. Okay, let me just have them the way they are without need to round off. 0.6 800. Year two 879,900. Year three 1544.42. Okay. Year four, okay, it will be 591, 750. However, you also doing cash fixed cost, okay, so less fixed cost. Year one fixed cost you got 176. So there's a cash outflow 800. Okay, year two 183, 872. Year three 191, cash outflow 227. Year four 198, 876. Okay. And of course, the different thing, there's no tax, so there's no capital allowances, there's no tax depreciation. Okay, so fair enough. I think here, then here, if there's no taxation, then here we do get what will therefore be our net cash flows. Okay, what will be therefore be our net cash flows. Okay, year one all the way to year four. Okay, what do you get for each of the year for the next 4 years? Don't forget here, the reason here, we just have the cash flows here, and because we told that we ignore taxation, that imply therefore there's no tax to pay. At the same time, we don't have any tax saving. There's no tax yield. Okay, so therefore, there's no scrap value, there's no working capital, and simply that can therefore give us therefore cash flows. Okay, so do for those 4 years. Now, okay, year one is how much? Okay, so Daniel has done year two. So year 2, let me just put the figures as they are here. Okay, that is from Daniel. Got 696. Year 2, 696. 696, 16. That is year 2. Year 3, 1,000,000. 350,000 cents and 5. Year 1. Year 1 is 560,000. 560,000. Year 4. And year 4, 392, 874. Okay, 394. What will be the cash inflow? Okay, for each of the year. Okay, or cash flow for each of the year. Now here, the examiner is now asking you to appraise using 2 methods. Okay, so you're meant to use. Okay, you're meant to use. Go back to the question. Use NPV. We compute under the NPV. Here. So NPV, IRR, return on capital employed, or the ARR, and you have the discount payback. Okay, so let's begin with the NPV. Let's therefore begin with the NPV. So year 2 is 692, 696. Okay, so it seems to be people saying it may be 696, 028, 028. 696, 028. Okay, thank you. Now, in case we need to use NPV, of course, we need to get the present values of cash flows. So simply here, present value interest factor. We discount the company cost of capital, which is how much? The company cost of capital is 10%. Is 10%. So we discount the cash flows as 10%. Okay, so 10%. Okay, 0.909, 0.8264, 0.7513, 0.68. Not sure the other. So here, year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, we get the present value of cash flows, then we get NPV. Present value, then get NPV, and then NPV will be sum of cash flows, the one you need to obtain above there, present value of cash flows, minus the initial cost, minus initial cost, minus initial cost. Okay, so the initial cost, okay, just go back to the cost of this investment was how much? The machine was bought for $2 million. The cost for this investment is $2 million. Okay, so we go into the sum minus 2 million. So sum minus 2 million. Okay, so what do you get the NPV? You have to be equal to. Okay, we get an NPV of 376. This 7,463. Okay, that's the NPV. Should we invest? Of course, should invest. Okay, why? Because the investment or the project yields a positive NPV of 367,463. Okay, that's based on the NPV. What about the IRR? Okay, I hope all of you have that as the NPV. Okay, what about the IRR? In case we to use the IRR method. Okay, the IRR. Okay, here under the IRR method, we say that we do use the trial and error method. Okay, don't forget to use the trial and the error method. There could be someone who has not yet completed. Okay, so take the next 1 minute before you go to the IRR. Okay, please suppose that everyone has done it, okay, and has obtained that to be the NPV. Now, in the case of the IRR method, we see that it is the use of the trial and the error method. The use of trial and the error method. Okay. Now, if, for example, at 10%, we got a positive NPV of 367, the one we just done here, 10% return, 10% as our discount rate, we got positive 667. What if now we use a second discount rate? Okay, it's a trial. Okay, so let me try to use, let's say, 13%. Okay, I'm not sure whether 13% is on your tables. Let me check, because if it is there, then we can use it. 13%. No, it's not there. So let's use 12%. Okay, 13% is not there. Let's use 12%. Okay, 12%. Okay, the same cash flows. Okay, we are now going to discount them. Okay, at 12%. Okay, so at 12%. So at 12%. We want to get NPV, so the cash flow remains as they are. Okay, so cash flows. So year 1, year 2, don't be lazy, do this as I'm doing it. Okay, 560. Even the exam, because some of you have seen, you just give an NPV. You don't show how you got the present value of those cash flow. You need to show it. Okay, the exam need to see your workings. Okay, otherwise you can end up losing marks. Okay, so you need to show how you got the NPV in your second discount rate. Okay, don't do it in your calculator and transfer it in your paper. Okay, you need to show you got that NPV. Okay, 1350, 775. Okay, 392, 874. Okay, so we discount those cash flows now at 12%. Present interest factor 12%. Okay, we get the present value. Okay, the factor from the tables, get the present value, and get the NPV. So what's the NPV in case we discount those cash flows at 12%? Of course, NPV will be the sum minus, okay, the $2 million. To give us how much? To be the NPV of the investment in case we discount those cash flows at 12%. So we get an NPV value of 22,66,051. Okay, that give us therefore the NPV of in case we discount the cash flows at 12%. Okay, now we want to get the IRR. Okay, don't forget the IRR formula. Okay, so the IRR we said is given us. Okay, A plus B minus A. Okay, NPV, NPVA, NPVA minus NPVB. Okay, what is A? The lower discount rate. What is B? The higher discount rate. Where in this case A is 10% and B is 12%. Okay, NPVA is the NPV at the lower discount rate. NPVB is the NPV at the higher discount rate. Okay, so let's apply it. Okay, so A is 10% plus the difference, that is 12% minus 10%. The value at 10%, the NPV at 10%, we got 367,463. 367,463. Okay, 463. Let's confirm. Yes, it is. Divide by 367,463 minus 266. Okay, 051. Okay, and that therefore give what should be the IRR. And get how much with the IRR? And get an IRR value of 17.25%. Okay, 17.5%. Should we invest? Of course, the company should invest in this project. Okay, why? Because the IRR 17.25% is greater than company cost of capital of 10%. Okay, the company should make this investment. Okay, should take this investment. Why? Because the IRR 17.25% is greater than the company cost of capital of 10%. Okay, that's on based on the IRR method. Okay. Okay. Next method is the return on capital employed. Okay, return on capital employed, or the ARR, the accounting rate of return. And this we say is giving us the average profit. Okay, it's giving us the average profit. We divide by the average investment. Average investment. Okay, times 100%. Okay. Okay, Joshua, you may want to unmute yourself so that you can pinpoint exactly, okay, where you want me to repeat. Joshua, you can unmute yourself on your side, then you pinpoint exactly where you want me to repeat on the IRR method.
Oh no, it's clear. It's clear. I've seen it.
Oh, you've seen it. Okay.
Formula.
Okay. It's an easy formula, by the way. Okay, you don't need to cram it. Okay, once you do an example, 2 example, it should be clear to you. Okay. If not, don't forget, okay, you can always let me know in case this formula is so daunting. I can show you how to get it, okay? You don't need to cram this formula. This isn't all of you. You don't need to cram this formula. If you remember that graphic that we used, okay, I think it was quite straightforward. But in case you want me to repeat, I can repeat it, okay? So that's on the time per employed is the average investment, average profit. We divide by the average investment, okay? Now, what's the average profit? Don't forget, in this case, therefore, we do need to get profit, not cash flows. We do need to get profits, okay? We do need to get, okay? What has been don't forget the profit is simply contribution minus fixed cost, okay? Minus depreciation, if there's any depreciation, okay? Now here, let's go to this machine, okay? Let's just go back to the question. If we do that, so by the end of the life of this machine, first we've been told, okay? So first we've been told that we do not need depreciation. So not having value for investments, cover value at the end of life, to air the purpose, so discount. Okay. So for this case, therefore, by the end of the life of this investment, we'll be told that there's zero terminal value. So there'll be nothing to be recovered from the disposal of this machine at the end of its life, which means therefore the entire 2 million. Therefore, don't forget the entire 2 million. You spent 2 million here, don't forget, okay? Therefore, you've by the end of its life, it's all the value have been lost, okay? Which means therefore you can assume that the total depreciation, okay, the total depreciation of 2 million, okay, is equal to 2 million, okay? The loss of value of the asset, okay? And it was 2 million in year 0, it is 0 at the end of year 4. Therefore, within those 4 years, what has been therefore the total value loss? 2 million, okay? Is that clear? The machine was bought for 2 million in year 0. By the end of the 4th year, the value is equal to 0. So therefore, what's the total loss to value? What is the total depreciation? Is 2 million, okay? Therefore, as you get, therefore, you do get the profit, you need to less the 2 million, the loss of value of the asset of 2 million, the depreciation, okay? Because here we're using accounting profit, okay? Let's go back there to working. Therefore, this, therefore, will be the profit you'll be earning before depreciation, okay? Well, this is year 1, 560, year 2, year 3, and year 4. Because it's simply, what is profit? Okay, this can say this is the profit before depreciation, okay? The contribution minus fixed cost, okay? In this case, you can consider them as the profit before depreciation and tax, okay? But the tax, we told you ignore taxation. Therefore, it will be equal to the sum of these, okay, let me just call it this. In this context, we can assume this to be profit before depreciation, okay? Because it's just profit before depreciation, okay? Which therefore it will be 560 year 1 all the way until year 4, okay? That's the profit before depreciation. Or then what is giving the profit after depreciation? It will be equal to the sum you can obtain year 1 plus year 2 plus year 3 plus year 4 minus the 2 million, the one we just discussed right now, okay? Therefore, get the sum of the profit before depreciation, okay? The cash we have here, okay? Minus the 2 million, okay? So therefore, I'll go back to my work in here, okay? I'll be equal to, because there's a profit for the 4 years, okay? 4 years, okay, it'll be equal to sum of profit before depreciation, okay? In this case, the one you just obtained, there has to be a cash flow. Just put in a quote here, okay? So the in dollars here, okay? Less the depreciation, okay, which you obtained, will be equal to the 2 million, the total loss of value of the asset, okay? Minus 2 million. And you get how much will be there for the profit for the first 4 years, okay? Total profit for 4 years. The sum of the cash flows, which is actually those cash flows is equivalent to the profit before depreciation for this example, okay? For this example only. And you get how much is therefore to be the sum of profit before depreciation. Okay, we get 2 million and 999,677. Then you less the position. Don't forget you can't stop here because this will be cash flows. Okay, so these are cash flows. Okay. However, once you less the 2 million, once you adjust the cash flows, then they come for profit. Okay, and get 999,677. Okay. Therefore, we need to get the average profit. We need to get the average profit. Okay. What's the average profit? Okay. Here, they can get average profit. Maybe the total profit you've just obtained above there, 999,677. 4 years. There were 4 years. So divide by 4. Okay. And you get 240. Average profit should be equal to 240. 249,919 to be there for the average profit. Okay, that's accounting for our numerator, 249,919,000. Okay, next we get the average investment, our new denominator here. Okay, the average investment. And how to get the average investment? Okay, average investment, we said is giving us the initial investment, which is equal to 2 million plus the disposal value equal to 0. We divide by 2 and we get 1 million. Okay, that's the average investment. Therefore, return on capital employed, or the accounting return, will be the average profit, 249,919, divided by average investment, 1 million, and we express this as a percent to give us therefore 25 almost, okay, 25%, okay, 24.99%, okay. 24.99% to be therefore be our return on capital employed for the accounting rate of return. Okay, 24.99%. Then should the company invest in this project based on the return on capital employed? Okay. Now, what is the target? Don't forget, for this method we do require targets. Okay. Now, let me just go back to the question. We see whether this company had a target ARR. Okay. If we told that this company has a target, here it is, the target return on capital employed for this company is 30% per year. So we go back, okay, the target is that percent. So let's go back to our question. This investment has an ARR of 24.99%. Should we invest? Of course not. Okay, the company should not invest. In this project. Why? Because the return on capital employed 24.99% is lower than the target ARR, the target return on capital employed of 30%. Okay, so based on this method, the company should not, okay, invest in the project. Why? Because the return on capital employed for this investment, 24.9%, is lower than the target ARR of 30%. Okay. Is the profit divided by 4 years? Yes. Okay. So here, the profit you divide by the number of years. The profit you divide by the number of years. The average investment you divide by 2. So don't confuse. Okay. So here it's the end, the number of years. So what's the profit per year? Okay. There will be total profit divided by the number of years. Okay, total profit divided by the number of years. In this case, the years are 4, so you divide by 4. Okay, sometimes it was a question from one of them. Okay, so the profit you divide by the number of years. The average investment you divide by 2. Okay, so don't mix them up. Okay. Okay, that's on the accounting rate of return. On the accounting rate of return. Okay, the accounting return. Okay, the company should not invest in the project. Why? The ARR, or the return on capital employed for this investment, 24.99%, is lower than the target return on capital employed of 30%. Clear? Question? Okay, no question. Okay. And lastly, we are meant to use the payback period. Okay, we are meant to discount it. Is it discounted? Let me check again. Because we're going to say the two methods we can use: the discounted and have the payback period. Okay, in this example, in this question, the examiner is very explicit. You're meant to use the discounted payback period. Okay, don't mix the two. Okay, if you've been asked to get the payback period, this is a non-discounted cash flow technique. It's non-discounted cash flow technique. In this case, it is discounted payback period. Then again, you'll be using the discounted cash flow. Don't say the examiner forgot to put the term discounted. Okay. No, the examiner is going to be quite clear. Okay, if you mean discounted, he's going to tell you get the discounted payback period. If you say you just get the payback period, it is in the non-discounted method. Okay, so don't make up your own question. Okay. Okay. Why do we divide the investment by 2? Okay. Why do we invest by 2? Okay. Because don't forget. Okay. Let me just take you back. Okay. To the inventory. If you still, okay, just to answer the question. So I think Phil is asking, why do we divide this by 2, okay, and not by 4, for example? Okay, if for example you take this to be a graph, okay, this is time, okay, the year 1 all the way to year 4, okay, this is the investment you made, okay, you did invest here, this is year 0, you paid 2 million, okay, the value assumes is going to decrease from 2 million all the way to 0 by the end of 4th year. So what's the average here? Okay, what's the average? It's 2 million, 2 plus 0 divided by 2. The highest value is 2 million, the lowest value is 2. Okay, what's the mean? It's 2 million plus 0 divided by 2. Simple as that. Okay, that's what you divide by 2. For the profit, you divide by the number of years because it's profit per year. Okay, profit per year. Okay, I hope that's clear, Faith. Okay, so it's simply you divide by 2 because you're getting a mean. Okay, you're getting a mean of two values. Okay, 2 million plus 0 divided by 2 is a mean of 2 values. The initial investment and the start value. So 2 million plus 0 divided by 2. That's what you divide by 2 because you want to get a mean of 2 figures. Okay, that's what you divide by 2. Okay, therefore, on the payback period, okay, so on the payback period, on the discounted, this is actually discounted, so you don't confuse. This is discounted. Let me just grab this. This is discounted. Okay, discounted payback. Okay. Now here we are using the discounted cash flows. Okay, so you go back to our question on cash flows, which we have already done. Okay, now here we have cash flows here. Okay, so here we have the present value here, present value here, present value here, and present value here. Okay, so let's present it. I hope you have done this already for sure. Okay, you have the present value of the cash flows already. Okay, so graph here. Let me just have this to be here 0, here 1, here 2, here 3, here 4. Then here I can have cash flows. Okay, they're in dollars. So year 2, year 0, of course, you pay 2 million. What was the present value of cash flow for year 1? You have done this already. So can you give me the figures? The present value of year 1 cash flow. You have these figures already. Year 1 is how much? Guys, so you've done this already. Okay, I think you've already done this. Okay, so year 1, the present value was 509,096. Year 2 was how much? It was 575,198. Year 3 was how much? 1,014,836, and the 4th year was 268,331. Okay, don't forget this is a discounted payback period. Okay, you are going to be using the present value. Okay, as I mentioned, be careful. What is the exam asking? Either payback or discounted payback. If it's payback, don't forget to use the non-discounted cash flows. If in the case of discounted, don't forget we do need to use. Okay, we do use the discounted cash flows. Okay, the present value of those cash flows. Okay. Why are you taking 10% or 12%? Okay, Jesse, I'll come back to your question because I seem to understand. I'll come back to your question. Okay, so year 0. So here we can have another column, what we refer to as the cumulative cash flow. Cumulative cash flows. We accumulate the figures. Year 0 still remain at 2 million. Okay, year 1. Okay, we spent 2 million. We got back 509. So what is remaining? 1,000,004. In year 0, you spent 2 million. Year 1, you got back for 509. So what is remaining? 1,490. What is the cumulative values? It's 4,090,094. 904 or 094? I think it should be 904. Check. It should be 904, I guess. Yes, 904. 904, 1 million for 90, 904. Okay, to therefore to be cumulative. Then in year 2, we get back 575. Okay, so what is remaining? 9. So in year 2, we get back 575. Okay, what's the balance? 9. 915,706. 915,706. Okay. Then in year 3, we get back 1 million. Okay. So as you can see, by the end of year 3, we have gotten back all our initial investment. We got back all our 2 million in present value terms. Okay. Therefore, what's therefore the figure as at year 3? What's the cumulative figure as at year 3? Should be positive actually. Now this time it should be positive. Okay. Should be how much? 99,000, okay, 130. Okay, there's a positive figure, 99,130. Okay, which means therefore by the end of year 3, you've gotten back all your money. Okay, you spent 2 million. Okay, and you have gotten back all your money. Therefore, the payback is between year 2 and year 3. Okay, therefore, you can say therefore the payback period, the discounted payback period. Let me qualify my statement. The discounted payback period, discounted payback, therefore is going to be 2 years, okay, and some few months, 2 years, plus how many months? By the end of year 2, what you require, you only need 915,706. This is what you need, okay? By the end of year 2, the amount you need to recover is 915,706, okay? Now, where do you get this money from? You're going to get this money from what is going to be earned in year 3, okay, which you have 1 million, okay, 10, 14, 836. Okay, that's give for the proportion of the year. In months, we simply multiply by 12 months in a year. Okay, if we want to get it in months. Okay, therefore this is going to give us 2 years and how many months? 2 years and 11 months or 10 months? 2 years and 11 months. So we get 2 years and 11 months. We get 2 years and 11 months. Therefore, to be our payback period, our discounted payback period, 2 years and 11 months to be our discounted payback period. Should we invest? Let's see whether there was a target. Okay, I'm not sure whether there was a target here. Let's see. Okay, there seems to be no target. Okay, to be no target payback period. But in case there was, then of course you assess your investment based on the payback. Okay, I think in this question there was no target, but let's assume there was. Okay, let's go back to the question. If, for example, the company had a target payback of 3 years, okay, the company said that we are only going to invest in a project where we get money back within 3 years. They do get money back within 3 years. Then for this example, therefore, it seems to be acceptable. The company should invest in the project, okay, because they got back money within 2 years and 11 months. Okay, they get money back within 2 years, 11 months. If the company had a target of 2 years, okay, if the company had a target of 2 years, okay, where they say that we only accept investment where the payback period is not above 2 years. Okay? In this case, therefore, it is 2 years and 11 months. Should we invest? No. The company should not invest in the project, therefore, if the target is 2 years and 11 months. Okay. Now, I'm not sure who had a question. There's someone with a question here. Yeah, Stacy, why did you mean by 10% and not, why are you taking 10%, not 12%? In what context are you asking the question? Because I seem not to get it. Stacy,
For the cash flows.
the cash flows, where are the cash flows?
The 509,096. You took the ones that had been discounted by 10%.
Now, let me go back. Where exactly? Let me see.
No, just where we were.
Where we were?
Yeah.
Oh, here.
Yeah, those ones, you took the ones that had been discounted by 10%.
Oh, by 10%. Yes, because the 10%, is the company cost of capital. 12%, don't forget, was a trial that we're making. The 12% is not the company cost of capital. The company cost of capital is 10%. Therefore, when we get to the present value of cash flow, we are meant to discount them at 10%. The 12% was when you are attempting to get the IRR. Okay, therefore it does not apply to the other method. Okay, don't forget that. The 12% was a trial we are making. Okay, it could have been the 10%, it could have been the 15%, but the company cost of capital remains at 10%. So you use, therefore, the present value of cash flows at 10% at the company cost of capital. It was clear. It's clear, Stacey?
Yeah, it's clear. It's clear. Thank you.
Okay. So there's no difference between, so and the question here is there's no difference between discounted and the non-discounted. There's a difference, don't forget. There's a difference between discounted and the non-discounted cash flow techniques, okay? In this case, the discounted, we did use discounted, this cash flows here, okay? This cash flow here, okay? These are present value. They're already discounted. If it was the payback period, we are going to be using these cash flows, okay? Let me just go back here, okay? As they are, without the need to discount them, okay? We're going to be using here 560 for year one, 660 for year two, okay? For example, this year one, okay, here would have been 2 million, of course. Okay, this will be of 560. Don't forget, there's a clear difference here. This is the present value of 560. But in case we are to use the payback period, in case we meant to get the payback period, then you're going to be using these cash flows, the non-discounted cash flows, okay? Not the present values of those cash flows. So there's a difference, okay? There's a difference, don't forget, okay? For the payback, we're going to be using the non-discounted cash flows, okay? For the discounted payback period, we're going to be using the present value of cash flows, like you just done here in this example. Okay, so there's a difference, okay? I hope that's clear, Sharon. There's quite a clear difference between the payback period and the discounted payback period, okay? So another question? Oh, okay, now I don't know whether they're going to take a break. Now, let me check from, I'm not sure whether Luke is here. Check where is here. Yes, he's here. Luke.
Yes.
Okay, should we take a break?
Yes, for 15 minutes.
Wow, okay, for 15 minutes. Then meet at 7:50. Okay, fair enough. Then now it's sent at 5, then you can meet at 7:50. Now we go to the next topic, okay? Unless your question, I guess now you can go to the next topic. I think which was on business finance, okay? So I guess you can go to the next topic, business finance, okay? So let's meet at 7:50 then. Okay, welcome back. So the next bit we shall revise is on the business finance, okay? Business finance. Unless your question on the appraisal. Unless there's a question on appraisal, I propose that we go to the business finance.
Excuse me.
Yes, Kami.
Can we attempt question May 2018 question 4C?
May 2018 question 4C. May 2018 question 4C. May 2018 question 4C. Okay, C.
Roman 2.
Roman 2. Oh, C, Roman 2.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. So Kami is saying that we attempt May 2018 question 4C. Okay, take 1 minute to go through it. May 2018 question 4C, Roman 2. May 2018 question 4. Question 4, C, Roman 2. Okay. Okay, I suppose that you've gone through the question. So being as here, a device on the optimal project combination. Okay. Now in note 4, maybe to the project are indivisible. So we mentioned be very careful on that point. Okay, are they divisible or are they indivisible? Because in case they are divisible, then of course we use the profitability index method. Okay, if they are indivisible, then you're going to use a trial and error method. You're going to use the trial and error method. Okay. So even before we try to assess, we try to attempt the question, the first thing is to assess, do we have capital limitation? Okay. Do you have capital rationing in this example? Okay. We told the company as per note 1 has 90 million. The amount available is 90 million. If the company invests in all of them, okay, so first of all of them they are value adding, they are positive NPV. If, for example, one of the projects, let's assume that A was negative NPV, then we ignore it altogether. Okay, but in this example, all of them are value-adding projects. Why? Because they all have positive NPV, so they're good investment to make. Okay, therefore, in case we invest in all of them, okay, since they are value-adding, A requires 30, so 30 plus 45. That gives us 25, so 30 being the initial investment. So it requires 30 plus 45, that gives 25, plus 60, that even go beyond the 90 million that the company has. Okay, so that means for the company is in capital rationing situation. Okay, anyway, so let's use trial and error method. Okay, we use a trial and error method. So I look for possible combination. Okay, don't forget it's a trial and error method. So what if we do invest, okay, in A and B? Let's take A and B only. Okay, so let's take A and B. If we take A and B, okay, A, that is 30 plus 45, that gives us 25. That means if you can't take C, you can take D. So that's kind of for that's kind of the combination you can have for these two. Okay, therefore, if you take A and B, that means therefore the initial cost. Let me just put here the initial cost of the combination. Okay, will be equal to 30 plus 45, 30 million plus 45 million to give us 25 million. Okay, then you can say that the balance, call here the balance. Now the company has a 90 million available, so it will be 90 million minus 25 million, okay, to give us 15 million. So the company can invest this 15 million in other investment. So first is to get the NPV of the combination. The NPV for A and B is 20 million plus 15 million, okay. The NPV for B, don't forget the company also has this 15 million, okay, the one I've just mentioned. This company has the 15 million here, the extra. In note 3, any surplus can be invested at 14% in perpetuity, 14% in perpetuity, in surplus, okay. Therefore, what's the return, okay, therefore is B. The return here will be, let me put it in red, 15 million, okay. Don't forget the value is equal to, if you want to get the present value of the investment, it will be equal to 15 million return. The return to be received per year, okay. The return to be received, you put it here down. The excess, or then we call surplus. Let me just call it surplus, okay. Let me just call it surplus. Okay, the return per annum, from the surplus to be equal to 14% times the amount available, 15 million, okay, to give us how much? How much return does the surplus make per year? Because it make 14% per year, okay, and the amount you are investing is 15 million. So how much does it make per year, the surplus? (14% of 14% of 15 million, 1 million. Up to 1, okay, 2.1 million. So you get 2.1 million. So it makes 2.1 million every year to infinity. It makes 2.1 million to infinity, okay. Don't forget, this is the amount we earn per year. But what is the present value of this amount, okay? The present value, because 2.1 is amount earned per year to infinity. And the present value of this return is this is an annuity, okay? Is the annuity we divide by R, okay? 2.1 we divide by the discount factor, and the discount factor in note 2 is 0.1 to give us 21 million. I think it's 21 million to give us 21 million to be the present value of these funds we are investing to infinity, 21 million, okay? Therefore, here I can add plus 21 million. So this is A, this is B, and this is the excess, the present value of the excess. Sorry, because this is present, just a minute, because this is not the NPV, because you did invest 14 million. Just a minute, let's have here. That's the present value, and the NPV of the excess, therefore, is the present value of the money, 21 million, minus the initial investment. You spent 15 million. You did spend 15 million here. Okay, therefore, minus 15 million. To get an NPV of 6 million, So it's not plus 21, but plus 6. So that's the NPV. Therefore, plus 6 million, And that gives what is gained with the NPV of that combination, 20 million plus 15 million plus 6 million. The 6 million is the NPV of the excess, the NPV of this excess funds we have here. Hope that's very clear. And you get how much to be the NPV? The sum of the present value, that is 20 plus 15 plus 6, that's gives 41, I guess. We get 41, okay, we get 41 million. Therefore, we get a sum total of NPV of 41 million in case the company do take A plus B and invest in the excess in some other investment elsewhere, okay? And now, okay, that's the first possible combination, is a trial and error method. Now, what if we take A and C? That's possible, yes, it's possible. We can take A because A, so let's take now, the next can be a mix of A and C. We take A and C, so AC. The initial cost of the two combination, A requires 30 million, C requires 60 million. The sum total give us 90 million, okay? Don't forget the first limit is we have as point one is 90 million. So all the funds has been used in the two projects. All the funds has been used, okay? The NPV of the combination, the sum of the NPV of the combination is the NPV for A, 20 million, the NPV for C, which is 40 million. This is the C is 40 million, yes, to give us a sum of NPV equal to 60 million. The NPV for A is 20, the NPV for C 40 years, to give us a sum of NPV of 60 million. Don't forget, in this example, there's no excess because all the funds, 90 million has been used, okay? The amount available is 90 million and the two projects have taken the entire 90 million. So therefore, all the funds have been used, okay? That gives the sum of the NPV. If you compare, let's compare AC and AB. AB is what we got, okay? 41 million. AC, we have got a 60 million. You see that AC seems to be better than AB. Let's continue because those are not the only possible combination. What if we take A and D? Can we take A and D? It is possible. We can take A and D actually. Okay. What if we take AD? Okay. Let's take now A and D. If we take AD, the initial investment of the two will be A is 30 million, the initial cost, plus D is 40 million. Okay. That give therefore the funds to be used to be 20 million. Okay. The excess, okay, the excess amounts available, the surplus, we call it surplus, is 90 million minus 20 million to give us 20 million. So therefore we need to invest this 20 million. Okay. Therefore the NPV of the surplus, let me call NPV of the surplus, will be equal to the return to be received per year. The return to be received per year is 14% of the investment. The return per year is 0.14 times 20 million. That's the return per year. Okay, and this is going to be earned over to infinity. Okay, this is going to be earned to infinity. Okay, therefore to get the present value, we discount back to a 0 by 0.1. Okay, because the return is 0.1 because the cost of capital is 0.1. Okay, we'll get the present value of a cash flow to infinity is a cash flow we divide by R. In this case, the cash flow is 14% of 20 million. Okay, they just done here. 14% of 15 million divided by 0.1. Okay, so same applies here. 14% times 20 million divided by 0.1 minus initial cost, which in this case, the initial cost is 20 million minus 20 million to give us how much with the NPV of the surplus. The NPV for the surplus is 8 million. 8 million. Okay. Therefore the NPV of all the investment of A and D in the surplus. The NPV for A, we got 20 million. For D, the NPV is 30 million in the surplus, which in this case is 8 million, which got 58 million. Okay, we get 58 million to be the NPV. Okay, of course, close to AC, okay, but not yet there, okay? So that's another combination. You can take A and D, okay? Oh, that's clear, okay? Now the other combination, okay, we have taken all the possible combination for A and all the other projects. You can take A, B, A, C, you've done that, A, D, you've done that. What if we take B, C? Can we take B, C? No, that's not possible. Okay, what if we just take BC? That is not going to be possible. What else can we do? BD, is it possible? Yes, BD is possible. Let's take BD. Okay, so BD is possible. Okay, so BD. Don't forget, this is trial and error method. Okay, so Let's take B and D. Okay, so B and D, the initial cost of the two projects, B requires 45 million, D requires 40 million. Okay, that give therefore 85 million. Give 85 million. Okay, we are still within the amount available, which is 90. Okay, now the excess fund, so the surplus in this example, therefore, is going to be equal to 90 million minus what has been used, 85 million. The remaining in the surplus is 5 million. Therefore, the NPV of the investment you make with the surplus is 14%, okay, times the surplus 5 million, divided by 0.1, minus the initial cost, which is 5 million. Therefore, what's the NPV of the surplus fund you're investing? Okay, you get how much? And get 2 million. Okay, we get 2 million. Therefore, the NPV of all the three investments we have made, B, D plus the surplus, B, we got 15, D, we got 30, plus the surplus, which we got 2 million, and the sum give us 47 million, to give us a sum of NPV of 47 million, okay, way below A and what? A and C, okay? We can't do C and D, because C is 60, D is 40, beyond what you have. Okay, and that is it. Or is there another combination you can make? I think you've done A, B, A, C, A, D, you've done B, C. You know, BC is not possible. We have done BD. CD is not possible. I think that's the combination. Or is there another combination you can see? Because I think is there any combination you can see? Because I think that is it. Okay, I guess there's no other combination you can make. Okay. Okay, I think that's what we can have. Those are the options available to us. Okay. Now, based on our the option we have available here, okay, A, B, A, C, A, D, and the BD, okay, then of course you choose the one that you are wealth maximizer, okay. Your intention here is to maximize the value that you do get as shareholders of this company. So you take what combination give us the highest possible NPV. In this case, therefore, is AC seem to give us the highest possible NPV, 60 million. Therefore, there was a company, therefore the company should invest in project A and project C. Why? Because that combination of AC gives the highest possible NPV of 60 million. Okay, of 60 million. That's the advice, therefore, you're going to give to the company. The company should invest in A, C, since the combination gives us the highest possible NPV of 60 million Kenya shilling. Okay, question? Okay, I hope that's clear to Kami and to all of you. Oh, now is now 8:08. Okay, I think to go to the next topic.
I think I'm confused.
Why are you confused?
So the NPV of C, is it 30?
Oh, so okay, it's meant to be. This is D. This is the NPV of. This is meant to be DC, not CD. It's meant to be fast investing. This is meant to be DC, isn't it? DC is meant to be DC. Yes, DC, not CD.
Okay.
Yeah, and this is okay. Sorry for this. Is meant to be. Okay, wait, this. Okay, thank you. So for D, it was 40. Thank you. It's meant to be 40. So D first, 40 million. Then C. No, D is 30. Okay, it was okay. Because D was 30. Yes. So here 30. Yes, was okay. 40 million. Because the NPV for D is 30, the NPV for C is 40. Yes. You get how much? Okay, we get 63.3. So we get 63 3.33 million. Okay, so 3.33 million. Okay, that's going therefore the NPV of the computation that you're going to be taking up. Okay, that is in case in note 4 we have been told the projects are divisible. Okay, so be very careful by the start, because you can see you get a very different project. Okay, like in this case, the company should take DC. However, if they are indivisible, like in the question, we did advise the company to take A and C. You can see they are very different combinations going to be taken up. Okay, so be very careful with what exam is telling you. Are they divisible or are they indivisible? Because you can see the advice is very different. Okay, based on whether they are divisible or they are indivisible. Okay, so be very careful. Okay. And Louise, I hope that's clear.
Yes,
I have a
thank you.
question.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yes, it's coming.
Why didn't you invest in project A before C, since they're in the same ranking?
You can take A. You can even take A actually. Okay, because they have the same ranking. You can take A also. But in case you take A, you can't take C because you can take, because they have the same ranking. You can decide to take whichever. At the end of the day, the sum total of the NPV will end up will be the same. Okay, if you look at the end of the day, the sum total of the NPV will be the same. Whether you take D and A or D and C, the sum total of the NPV will end up being the same, because it's A and C have the same ranking.
Okay.
Yeah, so this at the end of the day, the sum total of the NPV, if you trick, for example, you can try it at your own free time, you see whether that's going to give you, but the sum total will be 3.33. So whether you take A or you take C, it end up being the same.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Where did the 50 over 60 times 40 come from?
Because here, the amount you really invest in C was 50 million. However, in C, if you have to invest 100% in C, the capital that was required is 60 million. Okay? How much money did you put in C? 50 million. How much money were you meant to put in C? 60 million. Therefore, what's the proportion investment you made in C? 50 out of 60. This is 50, the amount you have already invested. This is 60, the amount you are meant to have invested towards C. So 50 out of 60 times 40 million. So the NPV to be received would also be to the extent you did invest in the projects of the company.
Okay.
Clear?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, then I will mark the mock. Okay.
Excuse.
Yes.
The question will always say if the projects are divisible or
Yes.
indivisible.
Yes. The question will also say whether they are divisible or indivisible. It will all say.
Okay.
Yeah, it will all say. Okay. So I'm still marking your mock. Yes. Is
it always about combining two projects? Is there any other form of way they ask questions on divisibility or indivisibility?
It's simply about the combination, actually. It's simply about how do we combine the project, okay? What combination is going to give us the highest NPV? It's about the combination. There's none, as per se, there's no way, there's no way else it might be tested. It's about the combination of the projects. I hope that's what you're trying to ask.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's how it's going to be tested. Okay, you're being asked what project can the company take? Okay, what combination gives the highest possible NPV? Yes, that's how the question will be tested. Okay, any other question? Okay, so another question then fair enough, I guess. I'll mark the mock. I will ensure that by the time we meet for the next class, I'll mark the mock and I'll send them back to your emails, okay? So hopefully by the end of the weekend, I'll have done that, okay? Then meet on Monday, hopefully that'll be our last class, okay? If not, then we'll see what we can do, okay? Then enjoy your evening and see you on Monday next week.